Welcome to Fighters Drinking Coffee. Today we're recording from the office here at NoVa Barbell Club. And speaking of NoVa Barbell Club, I actually just did my first comp since signing up with them. And man, it went well.
Mike got
Cut
double
was easy.
gold.
Double gold.
For those who
Third place in open weight for no-gi. Probably the easiest cut I've had in over a decade, which was huge.
How much did you have to cut?
I only needed to cut 6, but I was walking around at 155 on the Sunday before. And when I weighed in for no-gi on Sunday, I was 145.7. And I was already back up yesterday. So Tuesday following, this will be coming out a week later, but the Tuesday following that weigh-in, I was back up to 155.
Okay.
So, so easy cut, didn't even feel it, was feeling big for the division too. I was feeling nice and heavy, nice and strong. And yeah, I mean, that made a world of difference. Confidence level, not having to be hungry or thirsty day of, at least, well, more than I needed to be. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, that made a huge difference. Strength, cardio was a huge factor. I mean, I was able to breathe in and out of my nose the whole time, like not huffing and puffing. Except for when I went open weight for gi, went against that behemoth. That made me a little tired, being caught underneath ultra heavy. But overall, like from the physicality standpoint, it was miles, worlds apart from what I had felt, how I had felt in March. So that was a big deal.
Yeah. So guys, Mike did gi on Saturday, weight class and open division, and then no gi Sunday, weight class and open division. So walk us through the gi, Mike. Start with Saturday.
So Saturday I had just the one match for my division. And going into, honestly, I was a little jittery. So I actually went against friend of the show, RJ Nealon, who we had on a couple times. And I was a little jittery because having rolled with him, like I kind of knew what his game was, and knowing that he's a good guard player, solid inversions, leg entanglements, and that he was probably going to pull guard, like that's, immediately that's points off the board, right? So, going into it, that was on Saturday, I was a little more nervous. Like I had to warm up, get my jitters out. But once I got out there and we started moving, I felt I was ready to go. I was just locked in and just started racking up points. So one on points Saturday.
Did he pull guard or did he wrestle you?
He pulled guard on Saturday. Okay. On Sunday, he stayed on the feet, which, take a different approach. Why not?
Sure.
And then, so got gold there. I believe it was 15. It was 15 or 17 to 0 for points. So Masters 1 match, it was 6 minutes. And then did open division. And because that's the first gi match that I've ever won.
Okay.
Because I've only competed in gi 3 times. We never used to do that before. So going in at the bottom seed for gi in the open weight, so I draw the number 1, I guess. So I drew the ultra heavy, and being a featherweight, weighing in at the ripe big old weight of 140. I think it was about I weighed in at about 153 with the gi on. And so going up against that was tough, but it was actually, it was fun. Like I felt strong. I actually felt like I was probably a little bit technically better, but not to the point where it was overcoming the weight difference. I actually came in and I told myself going into it, you don't want to be on bottom. So I'm not pulling guard. Also, I just don't do that. That wouldn't work out well for me.
I'm aware.
So I decided to wrestle. So I shot in for a single leg and he just leaned on me. So I didn't get it. And so it was about 5 minutes.
Did you say he had double lapel grips on you too when you shot?
Yeah, he went like double over.
Okay.
And grabbed both. It was like grabbing the lapels.
For those listening, that's like basically having your head confined without having your head confined.
Yeah, like so every time I tried
How much
to,
taller was he than you?
he wasn't much taller.
Okay, just a unit.
He was just he was thick. Yeah, he had a couple inches on me.
Big fucking
We can
deal.
we'll put a picture when we do the post.
Yeah.
It doesn't look quite as he doesn't look much bigger in the picture because in terms of like shoulder width, there's not a huge difference, but he definitely was larger in the legs and abdomen.
Dude was beefed out.
Yeah, he was pretty big. But yeah, I mean, he went double over and was just leaning on me, putting his weight on me. Mainly over my hips, so it wasn't too terrible. I was carrying a lot with my legs, so I was able to move my head. I was looking for duck outs, but him having that kind of like straight jacket hold on my lapels kept me from being able to really duck out.
Which led to
Which eventually, after roughly like 4.5, 5 minutes, I think it was, he ends up just like, I went for one, I went to try to like sit through to the single, and I had to sit down. Yeah. I couldn't hold it like that.
You had to make something happen.
Yeah, I was trying. I'll A for effort. But yeah, so ended up, he kind of just squashed me down and went to like half guard. I tried playing some guard trying to get back up, and then eventually just ended up in side control, but ended up being 5-0. He got stalled out. They gave him some stalling warnings from when he was in side control. He couldn't really work anything. He just kind of laying on me. He was tired.
But the good news is the body wasn't banged up.
I wasn't banged up. I was a little sore.
Or was it March? I keep on saying last year. Like
in March,
feels like another like lifetime ago.
Yeah, compared to March, where like I came out with a real messed up elbow. Yeah, from the first day to where it really detracted from the second day.
Yeah, and the pain wasn't enough, guys, for him to stop for the second day. But whatever, good. He made it to the July Open, so he's good.
I showed up for the second day. I checked in and got tapped out.
Did your thing. Went out like a man.
Just enough to get the points. Went out on the shield.
But the good news is you won your division.
Won my division.
Banged it out with the big boy.
Had a little
big deal.
fun.
Guy couldn't even finish the match. 5 points, no big deal. Mike's fresh.
Held him to 5. I felt pretty good. I was a little tired and hungry at the end of the day, but not a big deal.
That's
Went
gonna
home.
Happen either way.
Smashed a little bit of chicken and rice.
Did you have to weigh? You did have to weigh in on Sunday for Nogi, yeah.
So smashed a little chicken and rice. Went to bed. Woke up next morning. Kept
on weight,
everything.
or did you have to do any like?
I was on weight. I mean,
so you have to do like any like last minute like.
No, I mean I was pretty solid. Just the eating down worked. Like I was pretty solid in terms of I knew what I could sleep off. So it helped a lot. And then just being up coaching all the way. So, I mean, my matches were around 5 p.m.
Saturday
and Sunday.
Okay.
So both days,
Sunday, I know,
days it was like the end of the day. So I'm like running around coaching everybody all day. And then I can't eat while I'm at mat. I can't while I'm trying to lock it. I just don't eat.
So staying light's not that difficult.
No, it wasn't hard because I just, my brain isn't thinking about food while I'm there.
Plus I also feel like when I get into this, I want to know if this is the same for you. I think this might be a lightweight kind of like little dude thing too, which is that when you're like in weight cutting mode, and I'm doing air quotes for those of you, which is I guess all of you who can't see since we're only doing audio, but when you're in weight cutting mode in quotes, I feel like the body gets used to like releasing fluid and like it gets used to being light and lean. So like that same night, the next day, or like this happened to me like when I go to when I travel for tournaments, like this happened to me so many times in Vegas where like I'll compete on a Saturday or Sunday or whatever it may be, and then I'll be done. I'll hydrate a bunch, I'll eat a bunch, but then like my body the next day, I'll step on the scale and I'm like, I haven't really gained much weight because my body's just releasing everything. It's just used to like staying lean. It'll take me like 2 to 3 days before my body like hulks back up.
Well, yeah, and keeping like that, keeping like the water requirements in your gut down helps too, right? Like, so it just everything just kind of flows through you, and you're not sitting there holding any weight. So I mean, it's
perfect for a 2-day tournament for you.
Yeah, it helped a lot, and then get back on the normal grind.
So Sunday you wake up well rested.
I actually felt really good Sunday. I slept hard. Kids slept
hard.
The kids slept too, so that helped. So like there was no
distractions.
Yeah, like nobody was getting woken up early or anything. So that was helpful. And then woke up, had my breakfast.
So you got to eat breakfast.
I
And you're
got
on
to
weight.
stick with my bagels and eggs.
Well, if you're competing around 5, bagels and eggs.
Yeah, I got to have my two bagels and
shout out
eggs.
Asim in a minute. We're gonna get to the preparation because this is impressive.
Yeah. I mean, and that was pretty much, with the exception of like rice cakes and honey, that was pretty much all I ate all day. So I kind of knew, like, all right, well, I can eat this, and then by the time I take a dump and then piss for the next 9 hours,
you're gonna lose 2 to 3 more pounds.
I'll be on. Yeah. So it all kind of self corrects as you're throughout the day. So yeah, I mean, so I got to eat. I was able to like refuel and feel good. I had protein shake in the bag, rice cakes and honey for the day. So I was ready to go. That was kind of what I had both days, just with me on site, and a little bit of Sour Patch Kids for in between between my weight division and open class. So I had that for like just quick energy.
Glucose. How long is the drive from your place to to Fredericksburg?
It was about an hour and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, and pretty simple drive. It's like local highway, so
getting out there is
straight
easy.
shot.
Yeah.
I don't have to get. I'm only on 95 for one exit, so that's nice too. Just stay on the right lane the whole way.
95 is like easily 50 to 60% of the time. So.
Oh, dude, some people got on like one exit before where I did, and they were in traffic for a while. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was pretty. It's pretty rough right there. Yeah, second day, get there, coach white belts. They all did great. I mean, every single person from the gym, all from Battlefield to be specific, every single one of them won medals. So hardware taken home. We had 2 of us golded both days because only 2 of us competed gi and no gi. Actually, our ultra heavy, who's also a client at NoVa Barbell Club, he did quad gold, just like smoked his way through everyone.
Awesome.
So that was great.
Blue belt.
Blue belt. So this is John. He's
competitive division too.
Yeah, so he's an ultra heavy blue belt. It's Masters 4 for gi, Masters 3 for no gi. And he's actually going to be competing at Masters Worlds. So he was looking to get his points, and so
he got him.
He's going to be dude. He's going to be a problem there.
Get you some points.
So it was a super great showing by everyone, which was good. We had a couple new competitors, a couple guys who was their first IBJJF or their first time ever competing, and for them to go out there and win, take home some hardware was awesome to see. So that was kind of how the day started with the white belts. It's always cool, like that gets you all hyped up, and then that was like my warm up for the day because I just sat. Like I didn't feel like I needed to warm up for day 2, like especially no-gi. I'm a lot more zoned in. Like that's my sport versus gi. So I'm a little less nervous about no-gi. And so got to sit there and just kind of chilling. John and he also doesn't warm up for anything. So I was actually texted Asim afterwards, like, yeah, like I had to warm up the first day, but then I just sat there psycho mode the second day and just waited.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so day 2 was I think it's since we were doing this back in the day, that was definitely like the best I felt on the mats, like best performance I felt like I did back when we were competing, and I was, we're really tearing things up back in the day. Be specific.
Tell us how you felt. Energy, movement,
energy
strength.
level was great. Mentally, that was one of the biggest things. I think at the beginning of the year, I mean, having coming off
a hiatus,
going into a super fight injured, losing the super fight to just doing stupid shit,
slams,
not being allowed to slam.
Oh. Should have slammed, but I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah,
I get it.
Like just kind of breaking my own kind of mentally was just not there at the beginning of the year, and going into it like kind of competing scared because being injured, losing, going in competing, and I just wasn't mentally where I needed to be, and kind of getting the missing. I was saying this to Asim, like I think the strength conditioning, easy weight cut, like that was all really the piece of the puzzle that was missing. So, physically feeling great, cardio is on point, already know this, physically good, feeling energy level was great. And I got to watch, I was lucky enough because I was first seed. So I got to watch both of my opponents go. One was RJ from the day before. So kind of had an idea of what the game was like. But, it's always, when you have an unknown,
You don't know.
it's always a little bit, it's good. Once you find out, it helps ease a little bit, or you can get a little research. But we had an opponent we couldn't find any information on. We tried,
Right. You did.
but we couldn't find anything. And so
RG competed against that dude.
yeah,
Matthew something or other.
Matthew,
Something or other.
from Beta.
Right.
And we had some, we know a little bit of what they train at Beta, in
Do you know what that match, you saw the match, how was that? Because it was just you and RJ in the finals is what I saw.
Yeah, so RJ and Matthew went, and they double guard pulled to start, and I was like, okay, but double guard pulled to start, then they kind of worked their way back up. They were playing around on their feet. Then I think RJ pulled back. No, Matthew pulled back in, or RJ pulled back in, one of them. And it ended up Matthew was going for leg entanglements, ends up reaping and getting DQ loss. Popped RJ's knee bad. He felt fine afterwards, but like the ref stopped.
Later in the day.
The ref heard the pop and stopped it. But so I was like, all right, he's gonna go for leg entanglements. It's like he might pull guard. So, but he seems scrappy enough to be willing to stand. Because he did play around a little bit on the feet. RJ came back. He's like, dude, he's scrappy. So just be ready for that. And I was like, cool. But they bring me out. We go for our match, and immediately he's ready to hand fight. And I'm like, Matthew is, yeah.
So you ended up facing both.
Yeah, so I had to face both of them. Yeah, 3-man bracket. So they have double elimination, and then I have single elimination. So that's how they do for number 1 seed goes out. And if they have the other people have a second chance to fight back if they beat the number 1 seed. Number 1 seed is eliminated, and
that winner
number 2 goes back to the final.
Yeah.
So he comes out, he wants to wrestle, and I'm like, yes. Which was also weird because I haven't had anyone try to really wrestle.
A lot of jiu-jitsu,
lots of guard pullers.
Come back, yeah.
Even before, like I think I had maybe one guy actually try to wrestle me back in the day, like of most recent matches back then. Not a lot of people want to wrestle in jiu-jitsu.
It's coming back, but I know what you mean.
But so, especially like at the smaller weight classes, there's not as much of it. But so we get to wrestling, we're a lot of hand fighting, kind of playing around with that. And the ref was resetting us a lot and pretty prematurely.
Were you off the edge of the mat?
We would get within like a foot of the edge, and she would reset us in the center. So like there wasn't a lot of play. Like there were even times where I was intentionally pushing him towards the edge, and then I would shoot and like turn him back in, and she would reset us. So she would call stop, she would stop time, move us back to the middle. So like that was a little frustrating for a bit. So, but I got first takedown, we were going, he drops to K guard. Then I'm working out of that, kick out of that. He comes back up. I'm like, all right, cool. We'll just go again. Shoot him for the second takedown. Both takedowns I scored on him were single legs, so low single. One was low single, the other was just kind of blasting in and snatching it up. But then the second takedown, I didn't realize it at first, but I was told afterwards that she didn't score it. She scored it as a guard pull, so no points, but then she ends up like partway through awarding me my points, I guess. So, it was a little tough because like we kept getting stopped, kept getting brought to the center. I kept having to he kept trying to go a little bit off center. I was like, dude, just go. So I kept trying to redirect him back to the actual center so that it's like, all right, let's start in the center so that we don't keep moving off the mat. So she doesn't keep resetting us so I can actually work rather than, beginning a guard pass and then getting stopped, brought back to middle, beginning a guard pass, getting stopped, brought back to middle. Because that was kind of how it started going. But then we end up finally getting back into a groove where we're not getting stopped. He drops to do another K guard entry. kick out, spin out of that, and end up getting my guard pass, get chest to chest, and just got my grip on the arm, pull him up to dorsal, and just
Kimura.
right into the Kimura. So nice old school dorsal Kimura. He didn't tap it first. I got it like pretty far, and I stopped because I was like,
okay.
don't make. And I thought he was gonna make me
You
break
almost
it.
went
but
fatality mode.
I thought I don't know. I was
You're
didn't
like,
want
"Do
to.
I
I was
have to
like,
break your arm?"
bro, you have work tomorrow, right? Like, but so he ends up end up tapping him with the Kimura. So that was good, isn't it? Especially getting like back into submission mode, like getting some sub
It's a good
wins
win.
too is nice.
It's a good win.
So hand gets raised there. They bring us back to the bullpen. I'm not tired, feeling great. I'm ready to go again. So
Well, I
like
mean, that was your.
I'm sitting there. I'm sitting there like
that
waiting
was
by
your
the
actual
TV.
warm-up.
Yeah. Sitting there waiting by the TV. Like, all right, like let's get us back out there.
How much time was it between your first match and the finals?
I think there was one match before. So I think they had a match before we went back out
quick.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, they usually guarantee you like the length of your, whatever the duration of your match time is. For a break.
They're supposed to give you that time for a break. We had one guy who didn't know to ask for that and had to go back out and like went straight back out and was tired. I was like, dude, you could have asked for time off.
Know your rights.
Yeah. But went back out there. Get right back out there.
RJ.
You know, the minimum amount of time, I was ready to go. So we went back. RJ and I went back out, rematch. This time he decides to stand and wrestle. I'm like, sweet, more wrestling. But so we get out there, we start wrestling. It was actually really fun. He was scrambling. He was doing a good job with the hand fighting, but going out initially, I kind of expected him to want to pull guard. So like we had talked about before, I took 2 steps back and then just immediately shot in low single because I was like, if I take 2 steps back, he can't connect.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can just shoot off of that. So shot in low single, get the first 2 working. He did a really good entry into an entanglement. Had like the foot, like he had a really good entry, and I actually had to, I had to just like straight up bail. Like I had get
what
the
was
leg
the
back
entanglement?
and
Single leg X.
He went. I have to actually look at it.
Well,
I was paying attention mainly to just not getting my leg broken.
Sure.
He went outside 50-50 inverted. So he comes in here, he drops K guard, and then so he drops K guard and he goes into like a backside 50-50.
Pretty slick, RJ.
And yeah, he got the foot, got it pretty tied up. And you know, I had to like spin, kick out off the back of the leg and just get back up.
Cleared it.
And then hand fighting again and shot back in low single and went low single. He goes to sprawl, which I've started doing this intentionally now, is overshooting the low single, getting real deep because they think they can sprawl on it. It makes their legs light. And then you do something. Yeah, you come up what's called a Iranian dump. So you come up and spin back into them and flip them back over to turn them back into guard in this case. And then right off of that, like went straight into passing. Went into passing, got a good hold on like the head, kind of going into like a cradle pass. Did some actually I did that, I don't know what it's called, but like where you go right hand across, pin the foot, and then go over to the head. So passed like that, and then he keeps turning. We go back over, and I got a hold of the head, went and finished with like the cradle pass, but I had a really good bite on that head. So just immediately stepped over into the guillotine and went head straight down to the mat. Heard Jason calling from the side, just like, put your chest down. So I just turned the chest down and just got right into it and got the finish with the guillotine, which was the first one I've actually finished in competition, which was cool. Don't usually get that.
Love it.
And so I mean it was good. RJ was tough, dude. He's got beautiful jiu-jitsu, especially for a guy who's got one side, you know, essentially weaker than the other.
He's game, man. He's all time. He knows how to like he knows how to make it his game.
Yeah.
Right? Which you had to counter, of course.
Yeah, I mean,
diving in, trying to put you in a bad spot with the legs. You dealt with it. He's inverting. Yeah, I mean, he's no joke, man.
Yeah, it's actually getting to like roll with him on the competition mats was really cool because we talked about it. We trained with him before the episode,
Yeah.
and but his he's a competitor,
And
dude.
he was injured.
Partially. He said his knee felt fine.
Yeah, good.
Uh,
After you guys
he
were
was
done,
still
he
he's still
told
in
me the same thing
adrenaline.
when I talked to him afterwards. He was like, "Man, I'm noticing it now." He's like, "I was good for every match." He's like, "Fuck," and he like in his awesome like Philly accent or whatever. He's like, "Dude." It's like, RJ, you're wild as fuck.
Well, he did absolute both days.
Of course
too.
he did.
Yeah,
Of course
he
you both
also
did.
Yeah, he also did.
Well, let's talk
absolute
about the
both
absolute
days.
on the second day because you medaled that division too.
Yeah. So I got
You got 2 golds now up to this
two
point.
golds up to this point.
Champion.
I'm feeling good.
Which, by the way, this is a personal take. I feel like that's always like that's the job.
Yeah.
You got to do your job, and then like the bonuses are the.
Oh, absolute's just the bonus. That's the fun part.
Yeah.
And it's worth more points.
It is worth more points.
But so I looked at who was in like I didn't look at who was I couldn't see who was signed up yet, but I was able to see.
You can't see until everyone.
Yeah, but I was able to
they
see
wanna do
what
it on.
divisions there were, and I was like, all right, there's no ultra heavies this time. Like I know I'm not going to draw an ultra heavy. I was like, the heaviest it goes is medium heavy. Not too big of a deal. That's only what, like 40 pounds?
It's more than that.
Something like that.
That's okay.
You know, I don't know. Whatever. 40, 50 pounds.
I like 60. But
It's less than 100 pounds.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, all right, this will be fun. And actually I had a really fun match. It was for the semifinals. Dude was sick. He actually ended up winning the division. He was really slick and he had a system that he was definitely pulling off. He did the same thing, like started out, did the same thing for both matches. So against me and in the final. Dude was solid. But we had a fun little scramble. We tie up and I get inside ties. He decides to sit the guard and I was like, all right, cool. Cartwheel pass. So I went for the cartwheel pass. Actually, almost landed it. But he did a good job of getting his feet in at the last second. So like as I was settling into north south, he was able to get his feet in and kind of keep my chest up. So he was able to turn back.
It's impressive for a big boy.
Yeah, he was athletic, dude. He was just a little.
Good mobility.
He was solid. He was athletic. He was pretty well built. He wasn't like he wasn't soft. He was good. Turns back in. And he goes like he's playing with the leg when we're back into guard. Pull the leg back and he shoots up an omoplata. So I'm defending the omoplata. Come back up. Start to pass there. He ends up rolling me through as I'm going to pass. Like ends up making me have to like turn out of it. So I get to the leg and pick up the leg. We're wrestling now. I almost get him on the first takedown. He blocks it. I switch to the other side, get in on another single leg. Then he ends up grabbing standing Kimura and rips it. I flip out of that. But like on the way, I flip out of it. And as I'm like turning back to kind of come up, he ends up catching on the same side arm that he
was gripping
through the Kimura on, ends up coming through and catching arm triangle.
Okay.
And so like the arm's already up because I'm trying to get it back to turn back in. So the arm's already like perfectly in position for him. He just scoops that thing up and was in on a really deep arm triangle. But it was fun. I mean, it was like a quick, like scrambly, like little wrestling exchange, like lots of just wrestling and counter wrestling. And it was a fun match. It was actually it was a good matchup. But you know, it's going to be one of those things where someone's going to get caught, right? It was good. It was exciting. I felt good about I felt good about how I was in it. Would have liked to win, obviously, but the way that I feel like the performance was not lacking. Like I didn't leave anything out there. Performance was good. It's the bonus too, right? If you're going against bigger people, it's going to be hard. It's always going to be hard. So,
no injuries, body feels good.
No injuries, 3 medals.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know, can't complain there. So,
let's talk about the prep, man. I mean, you said this is the best you've ever felt.
Yeah, this is probably the best I've felt in a long time. So, you know, just sticking with the program that Asim put out there. You know, I just pull up the app, see what he has me doing, just listening, you know, just following what the coach's orders. And, he put me through a little mini taper in terms of my actual like training. I just trained all the way up until the Wednesday before. So I did all my jujitsu like hard, like working hard all the way until the Tuesday before, and then just flow rolls the last 2 days. Um, and it was great. Like I lots of positional work, focused a lot on hand fighting and takedowns, just trying to keep up with that. And then just guard passing. Like that was the game. Like it was just like, all right, we're going to work on our hand fighting. We're going to get the takedown, and we're just going to pass guard. Cause after that, everything else is just whatever happens for the most part. Like whatever shows itself at that point. Cause you're now up 5 points. Like now it's my game. But so yeah, like standing guard breaks into pass was like the big thing that we were working the whole time from a jiu-jitsu standpoint. And then from a strength standpoint, just like getting that strength up high, like massive gains there. In the weight room, got my muscle mass up a lot. I mean, I went so kind of in the process between March and July, lost down to 144, and then gained all the way back up to 155. So pretty big, like, weight, like lean mass
or whatever. Yeah.
So I mean, it was a pretty big weight fluctuation. Lost a bunch of weight and then gained a bunch of good weight back. Strength wise, like massive gains in the weight room. Cardio, I mean, we have. I was sending Asim data like every cardio day, and like the data is pretty crazy to watch because like recovery times were getting down to like I could spike up to 170, and within 2 minutes I'm back down to the low hundreds. So like cardio recovery, just the ability to live in those high ranges was amazing. Resting heart rate down in like in the 40s. So just from all the conditioning, strength and conditioning stuff was really paying off. And then from a diet standpoint, just following the diet, like Asim had me on lot more
I'm super
carbs
interested
too.
in that because, yeah, dude, I mean, you were saying the weight cut, it's so easy.
Yeah, I mean, I cut no calories. So I didn't cut any calories, I didn't cut any water. So which was the most crazy part to me, because like I would think you would have to, you'd think you'd have to cut something. Like something would have to give, right, to have the weight come off. But I didn't really change the diet all that much. The main thing I did was I just reduced sauce, but I guess does cut some calories. But
reduced sauce,
so like I paid more attention to like the sodium. Like I made my food boring. That's really all I did. I just made my food boring.
Reducing
everything was white.
So yeah.
But I mean, I stuck with. I mean, pretty much what I've been eating every day is just 2 bagels, eggs, 2 bagels with 3 eggs in the morning, protein shake, meat and rice for lunch and dinner, and then like another protein shake before bed, some jerky in the middle to round out the protein numbers, and just try to hit the numbers that he gives me. And I was able to keep that all the way up until match day. The only thing I didn't do during the match day was have lunch.
Mm-hmm.
That's just because like I just can't eat.
You don't have time.
Well, you don't have time, but I just can't eat when I'm going to compete. Like I just don't want to. I like to just keep the stomach empty and be a little hungry. But yeah, I mean, we just made the food bland and boring for the last week, and like it was really just I'm still eating the same thing. It's just simpler. I didn't eat no red meat was a big one. I think that probably helped. Like kept the fatty meats out. But yeah, I mean,
so no
ribeyes, as much as I love them. But I'm right back on I've had nothing but red meat since Sunday. Actually, that was the first thing I did was I went to Five Guys right after. Shout out to the last episode.
Shout out to
or 2 episodes ago.
Patties, bro.
Went out, got Five Guys, burgers and fries. That'd be cool if they sponsored us.
Damn.
I'd be so happy.
One day.
But yeah, that was.
What was your order?
Double cheeseburger. Bacon. And the regular fries.
Bacon?
I didn't get the bacon because I was eating it in the car. I was like, I don't want to have that like accidental like whole bacon strip come out, and then like
I get it.
But I housed that thing. So like where the venue was for the tournament, it's maybe like 2 miles from the exit. So I got
There's a
the
Five Guys close to the venue too.
It was right there. That's right.
Yeah,
I saw it
yeah.
on the way in. I was
You're
like,
going there.
I was like scouting out all the restaurants on the way in on Sunday.
Yeah, you were.
I had from the Five Guys and by the time I got to 95, that burger was gone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was.
So housed it.
Oh, put that thing down real quick. I was just eating fries the whole way home, and then I had a big old slice of carrot cake waiting for me, and I housed that, and then drank my protein shake, went right back to bed.
Now that's how you get back to 155.
Yeah.
Now you gained like 7 pounds fast.
Oh yeah.
Needed it though.
Oh no, I needed it. I felt a lot better. I've been not starving the rest of the all week, so that's what matters. But yeah, I mean, it was good, dude, and just not having to cut water was a big deal, especially with that big, like a pretty significant weight cut for day of weigh, like 5 minutes before weigh-ins, right? Actually, I had even shorter than 5 minutes because I got pulled right off the scale onto the mats each time, but that was on purpose.
That's okay.
That was what I was hoping for. You were ready for it. I don't like the bullpen. That shit
only sucks. Me too. That shit only sucks when you're like, when the weigh-in is like a taxing weight cut process for you, and then you're like, fuck, I need this time to like get my energy up and a little bit of hydration or whatever. But if that's not an issue, then you're like, fucking let's go.
Yeah. Just step right off.
I'm ready to go. Yeah.
Get going, get it out of the way.
For real.
But yeah, dude, it was a great weekend, especially like shout out to all the guys from Battlefield. Seeing them like all go out there and win was also awesome. And we had a lot of guys. We actually had guys come and take their whole weekend just to watch, which was really cool too.
The team showed up.
Yeah, so like team showed up. I saw
the whole unit. Got to talk to them for a minute. It was cool, man. It was cool to see like the Battlefield bros.
Yeah, and
show up en masse.
Oh, dude, it was great, especially like knowing that everyone from the team could, because actually Big Brothers won
the team title, right?
Won the team title.
Yeah, awesome.
And so like having everyone like show up and actually like contribute to that, and knowing that I contributed significantly to that was good too. That always feels good. Winning feels good.
Yeah, it does. It does.
So
it's the goodest feeling.
Yeah, it's the goodest feeling. But yeah, man, like it was an awesome weekend, and and I know like Andrea the only one. Actually, no, you had a few people, Kate and Prima.
Prisma's with Black Cat and 50-50.
I just saw her walking around with.
She's a friend of the squad. Now she I think she double golded too, dude. I think in Prisma's divisions. I know she got gold no gi. She may have gotten gold gi as well. I wasn't there on Saturday, but I know she medaled. I don't remember.
I think I saw because she's gold. Also out of these are it's just all she's also out of NoVa Barbell Club athlete.
That's right.
I think I saw that she had two.
I'm like 90% sure she got double gold. I know for a fact she golded. She got the gold medal on Sunday. Andrea competed on the behalf of District Martial Arts on Sunday. Went down to the adult division, and which like she generally competes in her age group in masters, and but like there was like one competitor and like a friend of hers who like they were like talking, and for whatever reason like her friend had to like switch divisions, so she didn't have anyone in her division, so she's like, fuck it, I'll just do adult. She's done it before.
She did it in March too, right?
She did, yeah. Goes out, wins her first match. It was a good, tough match with a gal from Tony Passos, if I recall.
Okay. Yeah, they had a bunch of people.
Yeah, well, they have a good team too. And so she had to be like very tactical. She gritted out a good win, followed a good game plan, got it done. It was like a nice confidence boost. Went to the finals, fought a gal who is like a Pans champion, like a tough girl, experienced competitor. They had a good match back and forth. She ended up losing that match. But it was like cool. Like she was like, I think it's her first time. She either gets like golds or bronzes, but she told me this is the first time she got a silver. She's like, I kind of like it. It's, obviously she wants to win, but she was fired up to get that, go out there and like compete in like the younger division, which is always a little bit more competitive too. Matches go a little bit longer. So to pop out there, basically have to like think on her feet a little bit. Like that's not her normal division. So to like do that, call the audible, fight in a tougher division, have success. Like, I know she's pretty hyped up about that. But and like the funny thing I was saying was between you, RJ, her, everyone else who I knew primarily the ones I'm talking about are the ones who kind of got banged up in the first.
Well, we all had
We
all had the same injury.
Yeah,
we all
had like an elbow thing.
It was all the same. It was all left elbow too.
Funny.
All three of us injured our left elbow at the last one.
So you guys all walked out no injuries. I was like, look, guys, everyone got medals and no one got injured. It's fucking improvement from 4 months ago.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was a success.
It was a success. But yeah, man. I mean, it was a good weekend all around for everyone that I know.
Love it.
So
Success.
What else can you ask for? Cool, man. Anything else to add, or do you want?
No, that was great, man.
Awesome.
It was a good weekend. We'll have many more battle stories to tell you guys on Fighters Drinking
We will.
Coffee.
There's a lot coming up. We both have. I mean, we will be able to have one of these almost every month at least.
Probably.
We have a lot of stuff coming up. We'll keep you guys posted too, as we have some cool things coming. So as those things become like official, we'll be able to announce them. But yeah, so some cool competitions coming up. We'll let you guys know. And another thing I was about to say doesn't matter because this will be out after that.
Yeah,
I was going to say you can find us at NGA, but
if you may have already found us.
You might have found us.
This.
So if we do see you at NGA, shout out to you guys that we meet there. And yeah, thank you guys for listening to Fighters Drinking Coffee.
Thanks to NoVa Barbell for having us.
Yeah, thank you to Asim and NoVa Barbell Club for letting us record here in your office. And as always, like, follow, and subscribe, especially hitting that subscribing and rating and reviewing the podcast. I don't know if they let you do reviews anymore, but at least rating it. Give me 5 stars. You can comment on individual episodes. So, that putting little comments on there, that probably does something. Let us know what you guys think. A little bit of feedback never hurts. And we want to keep trying to bring you guys the best product possible, and getting us in front of more people helps with that as well, because the more people that listen to this, the higher we get up on the algorithm, which means even more people are able to see it. So getting us those 5-star ratings and a little bit of feedback will make sure that we're giving you guys the product that you want. You can also the Instagram at Fighters Drinking Coffee. You can actually find us on Instagram too, realizing we haven't been telling you guys that. But you can find me at Get Sudsy, and you can find Scott
at Scott Dance BJJ.
And then we'll have a link to join our Discord as well in the show notes. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.